Welcome back, guys. It's time to build a two-node cluster. So in this quick demo, I'm going to show you how to configure a two-node cluster. I've mentioned that there are two ways to do it. You could use nowadays the quick start utility, but again, that is not what I'm going to do. I want you to notice first and foremost that I used to have a 4-node cluster called SB vSAN01. But notice carefully now, I have removed 2 out of the 4 hosts. Notice carefully, SB03 and SB04 are not members of my cluster anymore. So the idea here is I'm going to use my second witness for this demo. So if you take a look, because I already have a cluster, it's a 2-node cluster. What I need to do here is I need to click on configure, and we need to finish setting this up. So think about it. One of the ways is to use a quick start utility. I didn't use that. The second way, the traditional way, if you will, was to, number one, deploy 2 ES6 servers, take care of the networking layer, then, of course, create a data center, create a cluster, drag the servers into the cluster, and create the disk groups. We already have that. So the last part is quite simple. I go to the cluster, I go to configure, and what I need to do is I need to go to full domains. Now notice, once again, you cannot have your regular full domains. With the 2-node clusters, the system will create 2 full domains just like it did for the stretch cluster. So even though it's 2 nodes, you're going to click right here for configure stretch cluster. Now what you're going to be doing, again, is you're going to separate the servers. So you can see these are leftovers, if you will, from a previous demo. So once again, all you got to do is just pretty much separate them. And again, you can change your mind for obvious reasons. Maybe you like side A, correct, to be again on the left side, side B on the second. Once again, we have this concept of a prefer side. And what you're going to be doing is, just like before, you're going to choose the actual witness. Now, the first time I use witness 01, I don't want to repurpose that. I want to use the second one. So notice, just like before, the system goes through a series of checks and it says this looks good. Also notice, I used to have VMs in this cluster. For obvious reasons, I deleted them. So if you think about it, what I need to do next is simply recreate a disk group just like I did in my previous demo. We're using, remember, the same tiny configuration. Once again, the small drive is your cache device. Your larger one is your capacity. Then you click on next, and then you click on finish. That is how you build a 2-node cluster. So at this point, just like before, you have to wait a few minutes. Remember, the system is creating 2 different full domains, and it should tell you that you have a 2-node cluster. Remember, these 2 servers could be either next to each other, or technically, you could be building a 2-node stretch cluster. Remember, with 2-node clusters, all you can have is VMs that happen to be 2-way mirrors, aka VMs using the policy called failures to tolerate equals 1. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed that demo. I'm not going to make you wait a couple more minutes because, again, you're going to be doing this in the lab. So enjoy the labs, and I'll see you after the 3 labs. Thank you, guys.